Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the winners of 10 straight, the LSU Tigers. EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway.
Sure, they're finally excited to be out on the field together, and this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Grab down the middle. It's Watkins.
Love to see the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
And he stopped very close to the marker. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and inches. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Looking for a man. Over the middle. It's Brown. He's found some room with the 45. Great screen over the right side. And they chase him down. Oh, the road to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Tigers.
I know that this guy can make plays downfield, but Chris, how about this touchdown on 4th down? They throw it to him short. He not only picks up the first down, but with his wiggle and speed, he takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, it really affects a team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
Has the first down and more. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. On the run, it's Miller. A solid pursuit, though. Trap him out there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Offense now behind the sticks on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Back to throw. It's Simpson. On the move now. Ball carrier tackled there. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk, and if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
Bringing it out, it's Brown. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Bengals offense is back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. The back's got it. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right. Things seemed to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts.
Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
With these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Here's the 2nd down play. The throw, it's Nussmeier. The sure hands, it's Watkins. He runs out of bounds, but that's a big gainer there.
quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. As the first down is still going. He breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. And takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Here comes the point after attempt. Is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, look at a throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the mark. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Defense is coming after him.
Well, that's a great job by this defense of getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. It leaves 8 back in coverage. It makes it very difficult to find an open man. But boy, you'll play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Back to throw. It's Simpson. He escapes the pocket. Lets it go on the move. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Now, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. That was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. The offense facing a tough conversion here, 3rd and long from the 42. Grab down the middle. It's Edwards. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Well, they're going to come up short of the sticks here. We got a tough decision at this point in the football game for the head coach. What will they do now on 4th down?
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another 1st down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 1, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. The receiver makes the catch. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to run. It's Hill. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. And there's the handoff. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Pass rush closing in. Can't hold on. The defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
Comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Moves out of the pocket. And he's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Breaks into the open. Follows the hook with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. See, blitz and a quick sack.
You know, I would have thought they might have taken a break after this sack that they've given up, but here they are, ready to go again at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Finds his man. It's Watkins. Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Down. He's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. Breaks loose at the 45. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
And they'll stop him short with the line to gain.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. That'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he's putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
We're going to convert on third down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. snap. He finds some space. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down. This will go incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Simpson. He makes the grab. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. From the shotgun, drops back. That's gone. It's Young.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. Looking for some space. It's Hill. Fights off the defender. Juked one tackler and picks up 1st down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama. Now they line up to kick the extra point. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
And the returner forced out at the 15. That's where the drive will start. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Heading left after the handoff. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. No huddle here for the offense. Here's the handoff. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's play action. The short hands, it's Anderson.
Quarterback looks downfield and make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Hot pass on the jet sweep. Change of direction. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Looking deep downfield to the left. He's got it
first half, this quarterback seemed to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. The turn begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Simpson fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Looking to throw now on first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Touchdown, LSU. They cap the drive with 6 points.
Body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
Convert to PAT, so the lead is now 21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's got it inside the 15. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Now kick it off and begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in with this huge lead. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. The ball is picked off.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, LSU. Well, the energy really building now, Cricket. They're not careful. This could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. And one of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Here comes a handoff. Runs through the defender. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Going to scramble now. Looks like Alabama will have the 1st down.
Well, this is how you keep a drive alive. You know, it doesn't always show up in a stat sheet the next day, but when you look at this quarterback, you want to get caught up in his passing numbers. These are the plays that I love. He picks up the 1st down.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
scanning the field. It's Simpson. He's running out of time here. Trapped again in the pocket.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They've been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. We'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. We'll let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide-open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Then fourth down, the punter sends it away. Ball fielded at the 45. And the returner is brought down. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air, and they keep it going here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Chris, that would have been his 5th touchdown of the game if he hit that one. I'm a little surprised he didn't get it. He's been on the money today.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again. And it's intercepted. Oh, he's bringing it back. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
First down, looking to throw the football. Take a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year. He's not going to squander this chance.
That mighty Bengals offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Oh, and he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. He didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On the move now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
This quarterback is making his big plays in the most critical moments in this game. Not only does he come up with a first down, but he picks up huge yards. And how did it get done? Gets away from the rush, keeps his poise. And how about him directing traffic as he moves downfield to pick up extra blockers? It's a really nice run.
To the air, it's Simpson. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, a 3rd down play coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught by the receiver. Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Looking for a receiver. The ball is caught.
Well, That was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
He escapes the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Went after, up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. LSU offense back onto the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounced back from that right away. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. What a move, and he's free. The tackle is made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. That puts him over 150 yards today. Kirk, we knew he was going to be a focus coming in, but he has backed up the hype and then some.
Yeah, he sure has, Chris. I mean, all year long, he's been a dynamic playmaker. I'd argue one of the top in the entire country. And now, in a rivalry game, to be able to do this, boy, it says a lot about it.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Design quarterback run. Going to be a loss on the play. Force out of bounds. Great play by the defense. Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. Inside div now from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. It's a dart to the left side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
It's a wide receiver screen. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Working downfield, it's Simpson. Quick throw to the left. Oh, he makes the catch. He makes the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
2nd down after the incompletion. Here the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tied.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On the toss play, runner moving left. Tackled behind behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Picks up the first, looking for more. You make the tackle, but gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Now they're running on the toss.
It's an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Got the first down and still motoring. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
And it's a direct snap. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Direct snap. You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The throw, it's Nussmeier. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense. Will try out the field goal team here. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. One team stays on the sideline, offense going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down. This drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Touchdown, Tigers. Still no answer for this offense. And it's the Bayou Bengals pouring it on, beginning to pull away, and those LSU fans really beginning to party now.
Yeah, LSU is having a lot of fun with this. Anytime they beat Alabama, they're always happy. But to be pulling away and almost starting to embarrass them, that's a special day for the LSU faithful.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hale. They'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. Coming back onto the field. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, it's another incompletion. Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get into sync. And now we got another 4th down for this quarterback.
Caught over the middle. It's Young. Tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Defense not pressing this time. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Back. Simpson. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath. Tackle them inbounds and keep that clock moving.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a 4th down completion. Throws to the tight end. He's got it with room to run. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Here's another interception. The Ramsey jack. Short return tackle at the 21. That's a huge takeaway for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in and down by a couple of scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Working clock with the ground game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts and just keep working that clock.
Hand it off. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the quarter. They'll stop him for a loss.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Delivers quickly to the left side. Catch made in space. Look out. Stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. They'll pull up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Look out, room to run here. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. Got to be careful letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. The throw, it's Nussmeier. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Wide open downfield. They finally stop him. Big play. Moves the ball to the 22. A matchup of 2 powerful teams this late in the year. We thought it kind of had a playoff preview feel to it, and the higher-ranked team has taken care of business. They're going to emerge, looks like, with a huge W going forward.
I think the thing that really stood out in this football game is that higher-ranked team dealing with the pressure and the expectations. They handled business. Really good football game. Both these teams will benefit from playing in this game late in the year, but now comes the pressure. Higher-ranked team wins this game. Now the expectations every single week will be high. They'll have to continue to play with great poise.
Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Touchdown, LSU. This offense is still clicking.
And I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, it's a touchdown.
It's Hampton. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. No press here. The defense backing away. Looking deep for late game heroics. catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Great performance by this home team. There's going to be a serious party around here tonight. Let's it go quickly. Oh, he's wide open. Look out. The tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. Just one play. They're just shy of midfield now. That goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it in the open. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, LSU.
The coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And the point after is right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Looking to create better field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for a late deep throw. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Wide open downfield. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Deep shot toward the end zone. That pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good. Time expires. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.